He's no longer talking about the war on terror in generalities, because terror is a tactic. He's talking specifically about a specific, well-defined enemy called Al-Qaeda. And he's not going to use terms such as Islamofascism that alienated many Arabs and many Muslims. He's going to focus on the real target, which is Al-Qaeda. And it's easier to define that target and wage war against it without alienating the rest of the Arab world.
Bye-bye love, bye-bye happiness, hello loneliness, I think I'm gonna cry.
This song is dedicated to George Bush. We are starting to miss you. We are already starting to miss the bumbling but open George Bush. By comparison with this communist administration, it looks as though George Bush was the last American president. Welcome to the savage nation. Now, those of you who are naive and don't even understand what is happening are saying we have no right to criticize Obama. It's too early in his administration. Normally, that would be true if it was only a week or so into an administration. But within this short period of time, he has already passed 5 executive orders, which means he is ruling like a petty dictator. And worse yet, he has shocked the 47 million Americans who were questioning his loyalties, to be very frank with you, before the election. He has sent shivers through a good half of the United States in groveling before the Arab street and speaking first not to Main Street in America, but to voters in the Middle East. He has made either a serious error in judgment or a calculated move to signal to the world exactly where he's coming from. He did not sit down with Fixed News Network, not even with the Communist News Network, or which I affectionately have been calling the Crescent News Network for years. He did not sit down with MSLGBT. Instead, he went with the Arab language cable network, Al-Arabiya, which is no friend of America. Americans, tens of millions of Americans who know what's going on, are outraged. Have any of you read about this groveling before the Arab street in your newspaper today? I haven't seen it anywhere. Not at all. I've seen nothing but overwhelmingly negative reactions on the web. I believe that that is why it is worth talking about. I believe that Obama was paying back his supporters in the Middle East. I believe that hundreds of millions of dollars that came in that were really unaccounted for was money that had been bundled by his friends in the Middle East through Al-Arabiya or one other network, and he was frankly paying them back and sending them a signal that he is their man in Havana, so to speak. I want to turn it around on you. I want to reverse engineer this. Make it look as though, in your mind, it was the first week of a conservative victory in the United States of America. George Bush or Jeb Bush won instead of Obama. And the first interview he gives is not to the American people through a major American network, but to China national television, and he gives a conciliatory speech to the Chinese people. Tell me what you liberals would be saying about such a conservative. We now have an inexperienced, blank slate, left-wing college professor named Barack Hussein Obama, who is indicating that he wants to lead us right down the road of a Cuban-style revolution. What do you think, I'm blind? I don't see where this man is leading us, where he's dragging us, where he's forcing us, because the people in the press are complicit in this?
You're correct. You're correct, and I feel your frustration because I've been...
I don't have frustration. I have rage. Don't confuse rage with frustration. I'm not a chick. I'm not frustrated at all. I'm enraged. I'm enraged that the leprechaun has rolled over. I'm enraged that the golfer has rolled over. I'm enraged at the false conservatives in the Republican Party who've disappeared. I'm enraged that there's only 5 or 6 people left in America daring to say the king has no clothes, and he's leading us into a Cuban-style revolution, and he's using dictatorial processes to demand and to cajole and to reshape America virtually overnight. This is not the mark of a man who wants to have a democracy. This is a man who wants to have a revolution on the order of Fidel Castro.
Bye-bye love, bye-bye happiness, hello loneliness, I think I'm going